Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. Forgot what I was thinking. Okay, for this week's read, the main tarot I'm going to use is Gilded Tarot Royale. Yep. By Chiro Marchetti. Text by Barbara Moore. And I'm going to go ahead and say there is the website on here, even though... There it is. Apparently I'm just completely a little behind. Here, Llewellyn.com, I believe, is there. Feel free to freeze frame and check out any of those other links if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. And the website in the back of this one, rockpoolpublishing.com.au is A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And last but not least, I have new dice, but I don't know where I have them. They're in my house. For this week, I'm going to still use the D&D dice. The 20 I used for the Major Arcana, which does omit 21 and 0. Somebody pointed out, and they're correct. And I used the number 4 dice for the element, and I used the 12-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, which one I'm going to use. Which I have new dice. But my brain does not know where I put them at the moment, even though I put them somewhere safe. I know that much. All right. That's what I got for this week. Let's go on to your reading. Hello, Pisces. Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? I haven't had like coffee or anything, but I'm feeling like a rush of energy, which I just question it. Like, why? Oh, you have something interesting is happening here. Is the past returning? Is a good question. For those of you this is going to hit with, I haven't put out this other deck yet, but I keep getting like there's a sad feeling. Even though it's kind of like I don't think anything really bad is happening right now, but there's this sad feeling. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, am I just missing a point? Because it seems like... Can we get, like, why is that there? Like, why are you there? Why is that happening? 10 of Wands reversed. Are you self-defeating yourself? And the Strength card, half in, half out. So, I feel like I got to start something. I have to start something. The past is rushing in on me, and I feel like I need to start something. I need to start something. And I think that's why this is here, which this is really the only bad card. Bad? Yeah, it's bad. It doesn't feel good to me. And I would do like I always do. I'm Pisces, blah, 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 too. No, this, I feel like I'm like already feeling like I'm behind the 8 ball, if you will, or like just feels like I'm like, oh, this mountain in front of me, I have to start this, and this mountain in front of me is kind of how I'm feeling. How do we get past that? Because I see good things coming, but how do we do it? Like, how does it happen? Because there's good things coming in. We're trying to get it. There's something we got to start. There's something Pisces has to get going into. There's a lot of like people want you. There is this need. You are welcome wherever that is this you're going into. But it's kind of like I also feel like I'm resisting it. Whatever it is, you're resisting it. That's what's making it that much harder. And I'm saying this as a Pisces. Like I totally understand. Like I get it. I also can look back and be like, yeah, yep, did that to me. Yep. The more you resist it, the more painful it seems to be. Something's trying to come in. I feel like you're resisting it. I really do. You're making plans. You're trying to decide what's best for you. It may be kind of like, maybe there's somebody... a coworker or a family member or something, like maybe it's time to change jobs and you're just like, I don't want to start over at a new one. It's kind of like, it's just one of those things where it feels like a daunting task. It makes you feel like there's a mountain in front of you. And it's time to start the first step. Can we get a little bit more about this? I understand that as it gets going, it's not that painful, but to start, it's hard. It feels like it's hard. Communication isn't flowing. 8 of Pentacles reversed. It's like not taking that first step, not communicating, not getting something going. Sometimes the star card reversed is saying I'm not trying to put in, or not believing in your own dreams, not believing in yourself, not actually communicating or putting out that effort to like search something out. It's time to move forward with something. It's hard. I know it's hard. I don't want it to sound like really a downer. I know it goes well, but it's like how we have to get over this hurdle. This first hurdle is the hardest part. And it's kind of like believing in yourself and looking at what you actually want and start moving forward, realizing that you have had good things in the past. And it's time for something good to come back in, but you're resisting the change, which is understandable, but it's causing you a lot of strife. The longer you resist it, the harder it's going to be. I want this to be easier, but I feel like maybe because I'm a Pisces, maybe that's why I'm struggling with this, because I'm like, come on, man. Balance it out. Start it on your terms. You can start this on your terms. That seems interesting. Okay, so can we get a little bit more about that? 3 of Cups, half in, half out. And then it's like starting to turn the 17 came out again, which is the star card. It came in like it's trying to start moving to a better energy. It's like trying to balance itself out. Communication, believing in yourself, going for what you actually want, setting a pattern and holding it for a good moment. Setting a pattern and holding it for a good moment. So like, it's almost like, for example, I'm going to use working out for an example just because it seems to fit easy. Say you want to be able to run 4 miles a day, just for argument's sake. That's what you want to get to. You don't want to be like super ambitious about that. Like give yourself a while. Like give yourself like 6 months to get there, for example. And the first month, get yourself to so like you can just walk a mile without feeling labored. Or find out what you can do easy. It's kind of like maybe just getting myself to the gym at a certain time and making myself go and then walking on the treadmill for a mile. And maybe you're just going to hold that for a month. That's what you're going to do for the first month. It's just getting used to the pattern, getting used to that. And maybe like the month after, you'll get up to the second mile. You'll start inching it up to the second mile and you're just walking. So the first 4 months are just maybe getting up to that. Like it's just doing it on your time screen. You're like, all right, 6 months, the way I'm going, if I can walk 4 miles now without any problem, maybe I'll start adding in some running. Maybe I have to extend my goal, which may seem like it's unfavorable, but maybe I will going down. I'll have to, all right, to get this done right, maybe it's going to take me 9 to 10 months instead. That's fine. But it's kind of like giving yourself some leeway, doing it on your terms, going into it at your speed, but like as you step forward, holding yourself to it. Getting yourself used to it. Make sure it isn't overwhelming to the point where you're like dreading it every time you have to do it. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to the gym, I'm going at this time, but I'm just going to walk a mile to make sure I get into it. You know what I mean? I'm just making myself do it. Making myself do it. And I get used to doing it, then I go to the next. And then I build it a little bit every month. I build it a little bit every month. But the first month is just about getting used to it. Whatever works for you. Don't go crazy with this, and try not to do it on your own is what I'm also getting. If that's possible, try not to do it by yourself. You got the 9 of Pentacles and the Passion. They're saying this actually won't last. Whatever this situation is, especially if it's business, support through others, connection through others will get you to the goal you want. If you just leave it to where it's a private thing and you just do it by yourself, it becomes heavy. It becomes quite heavy. That's how it's coming forward. I'm just going with the information. Start small patterns and keep them, and advance them slowly is what the actual advice is. That will actually help you get where you need to go. As you bring other people in, they will help you move forward. They will help you attain these goals, and they will help you keep these goals. Whatever this is, it's kind of like, in this situation, you want to kind of branch out more. You got to get your energy out there more. You want to connect with other people more. You want to let people know what you want to do and where you're trying to go. You also want to let them know it's just as long as you keep making progress and don't regress, that's what you're looking for. You're not looking to, win the marathon in 5 days. You're not looking to do that. You're looking to take your time, and if you can't run that marathon this year, then you'll run it next year. Not that you're going for a marathon, but you know what I mean. If 4 miles is definitely not a marathon, but you know what I mean. This will move forward. This will start moving things forward in a very positive way. It's a hard step forward, but if you're able to do it, you can have some great things. Is there anything I'm missing? Because I feel like there's a lot of great things. That getting across that bump, that's like the threshold. It's hard. It feels hard to me. There's a lot of support here. Be willing to adjust your goal as you go. Whatever this subject is, be willing to adjust your goal as you go. If you go into it with that attitude, like as long as I don't regress and I keep like once a month, I just progress, even if it's a little, you will make it, you'll be fine. There might be some setbacks where you can't advance where you want to, or things don't go the way you want them to. But if you realize that you're going to have to readjust your goal and you're just kind of like, all right, as things happen, I'll just readjust. As things happen, I'll just readjust. As long as I keep making some progress, I'm okay. You should be fine. I'm also getting this, like I'm cringing at this analogy, but they're giving it to me, so I'm going with it. Say you're into this 4 or 5 months, and then you hurt your leg and you can't do the walking for a while. You just can't. And then you do get back, say you end up back at square one. Once you're able to walk again, you do it again. You just start again and you start building it again. If you keep having that attitude and realize that you might have to readjust, you might have a start-stop moment. Not everybody's going to get that, but I'm feeling like that's definitely going to hit for some people. All right, I got the 4 mile. I got up to walking 4 miles, and then, for whatever happened, I fell. Maybe you broke your ankle. Please, I hope that doesn't happen to you. I really hope it doesn't. But something like you just literally cannot walk. You just cannot do it. Your ankle heals, you're back, you're able to do stuff. Start again. Let me get going to the gym. Let me start seeing if I can walk a mile. All right, then the first month, second month, we're going to do 2 miles. Make it palatable. Make it so that you can attain it. The further you go, the more you do, the more strength you're going to get. It's about overcoming this heartbreak. It's overcoming this sadness that's kind of hunkering down here. It can go better. Whatever this can go better. Just realize that small steps are still steps. Small steps are still steps. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.